From the dawn of humanity, we have created art. But when you ask someone or any artist if talent is important, most will say no. The talent only makes about 10% or less of what makes a good artist. But is that really true? Well, here is what I have been through over the past 7 or 8 years. My attempts, my failures, and where it's all led me. Let's start with me. As a little kid, watching cartoons and anime, I was obsessed with it. Shows like Naruto, One Piece, Jackie Chan, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Detective Conan, and so much more. I remember once seeing my older cousin drawing Kaito Kid from Conan. I looked at her work and thought, wow, that's so cool. I want to do that too. So I grabbed a simple pencil and some cheap colored pencils and started drawing. I liked stuff from Hunter x Hunter, Dragon Ball, and One Piece, so I drew it. But I couldn't get them to look good. I don't know. They came out not like I imagined. So eventually I stopped. Why? Well, you will understand in a bit. Fast forward to my last years of high school and start of college. Around this time, there was this thing called vector art. It was trendy back then. I had the same thought again. Wow, that's cool. I want to do that. So I downloaded Photoshop, tried a few methods, watched tons of YouTube tutorials, but no matter how much I tried, I felt like I wasn't improving. So again, I gave up. At the same time, I was really into online games, World of Warcraft, some old game called S4 League, Crossfire, and some underrated MMOs. So I thought again, maybe I could try game development. I installed Unity and tried to get into programming, but quickly realized I had no clue what I was doing. I felt like I was too dumb for it, so I gave up again. Couple years passed and I started getting really into anime. I realized what I was watching as a kid was just dubbed version, and it was censored too. So I was exploring the real thing now. I think I binged One Piece in just 2 weeks. It was 700 episodes back then. That's when the thought came, if I love anime this much, why don't I get back into drawing? Maybe I could even get into animation. So I went back to YouTube searching for a better starting point this time. That's when I found a course called Draw a Box. I stuck with it for 3 or 4 months. It helped, but eventually I quit again. Why? Because I wasn't improving like other people I saw on the Discord server. And when I got critiques, I didn't understand them, mostly because of my English comprehension wasn't great. As you can hear, I am not native English speaker. So I dropped it. I kept sketching here and there, but it didn't feel like I was going anywhere. At this point, depression hit hard. The whole year was already tough, and I was just numbing the pain with games, anime, movies, and even core. But nothing helped. I was 23 or 24 years old, overweight, jobless, and felt completely lost. I didn't have a purpose. I didn't even have a skill I could be proud of. The only idea I had in my mind is that I don't want to be here anymore. So a few months passed and I tried again. I found this time a course focusing on character design. Like always, I gave it a shot. and stuck with it for a month or two until I hit another wall, and you know it by now. I gave up. Then I started reading manhwa, Chinese and Korean comics, and I fell in love with the way they drew environments. So I switched gears again. I started learning environment art, watched a ton of YouTube tutorials, practiced perspective, studied shapes, compositions, and like every time before, I hit rock bottom. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how to fix my mistakes, and so I quit. Then came the most recent phase, pixel art. I discovered anime-style pixel art and thought, maybe this is it. I went back to YouTube, watched tutorials, practiced. But again, after a few months, I felt like I wasn't getting better. So I quit again. And so last year, I learned something important. On top of depression I had for almost like forever at this point, 10 or more years, I also had ADHD. Now it makes sense why I get overwhelmed so easily whenever I try to learn something new. Because let's be real, to make good art, you need to understand so many things. Line quality, perspective, anatomy, shapes, lighting, color theory, and so much more. The list goes on. Every time I tried to learn one piece, I would realize how much more I didn't knew. And then I had spiraled. I want to make a good art. I need tons of knowledge. I don't have it. I need to learn. I don't know where to start. I get stuck. I give up. And that cycle repeated over and over. And here we are now. I am 27 years old, still jobless, still nowhere I want to be, still struggling with how I look, who I am, and what I want to do. But despite everything, I'm still trying. I still want to make art, and maybe, just maybe, turn it into a career. So, you have been listening for me for this long. You may ask yourself, why are you making this video? The answer is I don't really know. Maybe if there is someone out there feeling like me, lost, overwhelmed, stuck in this endless cycle, just to let them know you are not alone, and maybe we will get there together. So if you have any advice or you went this way before, you can help me and other people, please leave a comment below. Peace.